Joan of Arc was burned at the stake. Jesus was put on the cross. MLK took a bullet. Abraham Lincoln died at that play. What does it mean to die and be reborn as a symbol? To mean more than one did in life. To transcend our existence and become something that can be symbolically understood for generations yet to come. That is what we discuss as we continue our work on Joseph Campbell's The Hero with 1,000 Faces. Today we discuss the idea of the dead God.
What it's gotta be this time. Yeah. Sun starts to set and emotion rise.
What does it mean to die for an idea? To become something more? This is where we picked up after our video last week. If you have not seen it, I suggest you go back and take a look. Here we're looking at the symbol who has achieved a state of submission. They have no longer contained their same rebellion. They have now submitted to something new. But what is that submission? This is an important riddle. This is where we ask ourselves what it is to be a virtue. What are the historic deeds that need to be solved? There was a professor, Arnold Toneby, and he indicates that there's this schism in the soul that will not be resolved except to engage with other ideas. There's several concepts which he discusses. That is the return of the good old days, which he refers to as anarchism. This is destruction. Or programs guaranteed to render an ideal projected future, futurism. Or by the most realistic, hard-headed work to weld together, again, the deteriorating elements of our existence. Only birth can conquer death. Not the old thing, but something new. We must not be willing we must not hold on to the past forever. We must be willing to let the new symbols engage and grow. This was the problem of Kronos in Greek mythology, which I did one of my earliest and yet most tacky videos on, but if you're interested, please take a look. So we see that this now comes up. The birth of the individual that is willing to die for the idea. There's a reason why in Christianity the symbol is the cross, not the beard or the abs. Right? We are talking about the moment of death, the moment of sacrifice for the concept and the idea. This is the crossing of the abyss. This is the entering of the stars. This is the resurrection, which has been seen throughout mythology for generations. This is the story of Horus. These illustrate a moment of metamorphosis. This is a transformation at the threshold of annihilation. But instead of passing outward, beyond the confines of the visible, the hero goes inward to be born again and to become a symbol of our own internal psyche and the dreaming unconscious. This is where we reach that state within ourselves. This is the meaning of the androgynous God. This is the mystery of the theme of initiation. We are all taken from chewed fragments. We are all pieces of stardust that have gathered together. We are able to come together and form a new body whose precious form will be the being and the courses of something miraculous as they are reborn into a symbol of a new myth. This is where things become archetypes. To be one who exists beyond their life, they must be willing to die for what they believe in, because in their death they become the symbol of what they believe in. Having died, the personal ego has arisen to establish a new way in the self. To return to psychoanalytic theory, this is the process of growth. We have all died countless times. The me I was at 7 is gone. He's died. He doesn't exist. In fact, every cell in my body that was once there is now gone. Every cell has died and been reborn. Our psyche is no different. We are constantly becoming new selves. This is the process in which we do that socially and transcend our own moment in time. Through this self-denying moment, the individual becomes a divine spirit entitled to receive the offerings of the gods. This is not final. This is the moment where the form transcends. It is an intimate moment of connection with names and forms. Now the hero is tasked with bringing it back. It's a hard thing to do. To go and reconnect with those ideas, to share them with the rest of the world. The returning hero, to complete their adventure, must bring these ideas back. They must have allowed themselves to die, become reborn, gather the elixir, and become something that can be used for the future generation. This is where we pick up next week with our video Returning to the Cave. So I hope to catch you next Thursday at 5. Thanks for watching this week's video on Joseph Campbell. If you enjoyed, please hit the like button, subscribe for future content, and if you learned something today, please let us know in the comments. We'd love to discuss it with you. We'll catch you next time at Circles Theory.